Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aaliyah. Here I analyze and discuss the fashion of celebrities and anyone influential. On today's episode, I'll be doing rapper Flo Milli. When it comes to Flo Milli, I have so many thoughts, especially after doing my research and things on her. First, let me give her praise because a lot of my thoughts aren't actually issues with her, but just the industry, period. I think she's a beautiful girl. I love her height. I love the physique. I love her openness to wearing different colors and different styles and just having the range for versatility. I love that she has the potential to go into that pop girl type of lane. I do think the image can use some work as far as the fashion and stuff. And I do think they are marketing her completely wrong, which goes into my next points. I looked her stuff up and I was like, okay, I was surprised to see that she had as much range as she did. I also appreciate her knowledge and education on pop culture, hip hop and pop culture, because I feel like that's rare. I mean, we just seen Tyler clearly being inspired by Britney Spears, who flat out denied that her outfit was inspired by Britney Spears. So that's what I mean, where I'm like, it has to be respected that she has a respect for pop culture, because I really thought that New York moment she did for one of her music videos was funny. And like I said, love someone who knows where they come from as far as like the history in the industry and things like that. Now, I would love for these record labels to go back to hiring people that help curate and market and push images. I don't like the fact that multiple things, they tried to push her in like that around the way, ghetto girl, hood rat S type of lane. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me a ghetto girl in the hood right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think that's the best lane for her. I think she has a lot of that rap pop star potential. Very Nicki Minaj coded in the sense of when that entire super bass and spaceships, that whole type of era that Nicki Minaj had, I think Flo Milli has that much potential and has the potential to cross over. I feel like a lot of those, I hate that they get staple black girls who become their go-to. I feel like a lot of those pop songs that they try to give Megan Thee Stallion sometimes, I think Flo Milli would have been better suited. And it's not me comparing y'all, and it's not me saying that some black women are deserving of opportunities, but I don't think that the industry and these people take the time to really research a lot of black artists like they do white ones to make sure that it's a good fit for certain things. Another example, JT, I feel like JT is petite with the BBL that she has gained weight with. And again, not body shaming anybody, any of that. But a lot of the fashion that she keeps trying to do is not working because of that. And I feel like some of the opportunities that JT has been given and some of the looks that that lane they keep trying to force her in, would have been better suited for Flo Milli. For example, that show that Doechii and JT did, that should have been Flo Milli and Doechii instead. And again, there's no shade to the girls, but I'm saying that to say that their body, their look, and the music that Flo Milli, some of the music that she makes and the music that she has the potential to make, was more fit for that type of space. So that's what I mean. I feel like the industry gets a couple of their favorite black girls and they constantly rotate them. They rotate them and they give them certain things even if it's not fitted. And I think that Flo Milli has, the way Doechii is blowing up right now, because somebody is clocked in with Doechii and they are making sure that she is only doing things and brand deals and being in spaces that align with her brand, as they should. And that is why she is thriving. I don't feel like the same thing is being done for Flo Milli, and it should be. I feel like she has so much potential, especially that runway potential that the girls keep dying to have that they don't have the range for, I think Flo Milli does. I feel like it is such a waste to keep putting that amazing physique and stature in Poochie. Like, it's so many other things that she could do. And so this is how I'm going to style her, because I want my girl to give 90s runway-esque model, but with a splash of that pop alternative type of girl. So this is how I would style Flo Milli if she were my client. For her fashion mood board, I think Linda Evangelista should be it. Linda Evangelista is my fashion goat. I put her over everybody, period. The girls don't even be coming close, and it still hasn't been done better than her yet. But I think she would be amazing on Flo Milli's mood board, because I think Flo Milli has the height, the physique, the personality, and the range to pull off some of the most iconic fashion looks that Linda Evangelista did. And I think that when it comes to range, a lot of the girls in the industry think it means I'm just going to wear a bunch of different styles. And I think that's why nothing really hits for them. But Linda Evangelista, I think, is the prime example of having range, but it's still being cohesive, and her having a lane. And I think that is the biggest part that people miss, where I think a lot of these new artists come in and I don't want to be pigeonholed, and I want to be able to do this and do this and do this. And it just looks chaotic, where it's like, again, why I have to give props to Flo Milli for actually studying and knowing a lot about this culture, pop culture, hip hop culture, and things like that. If the girls took 2 seconds to study fashion, especially runway fashion, they would actually have a better idea of what it actually means to have range. And I just think these looks would look so good for Flo Milli. It would honestly push her, I've said it before with some artists, but push her beyond her peers and just really get her in the fashion conversation. I would love to see her on the Met Gala red carpet. I would love to see her in a lot more fashion-based spaces, because I feel like some of these rap girls that they keep trying to force in these spaces actually don't have it and will never have it. On their best day won't have it. But I think Flo Milli actually truly really has the potential and the range to be in these spaces. I just think she needs to be given the opportunity and styled correctly. A stylist who actually cares and knows their history and goes beyond just a Pinterest board or Instagram to find ways that they want her to be styled. For her makeup mood board, I think Missy Elliott should be on it. I think that Missy makeup is not spoken about enough. It's so beautiful. It's natural in some cases, and then some cases she gets very artistic. It's very creative. And I just think her makeup artist does an amazing job at beautifying darker skin. And I think for a long time in the industry, that was a major issue. As you know, we can look back at a lot of pictures from back in the 90s, and most brown or dark-skinned women are looking ashy. But I think Missy makeup has always looked very, very good. And I think this look would work for Flo Milli, because like I said, I would love to see her more in that pop, alternative, girlish, inspired type of lane when it comes to glam and fashion and hair. And I don't think that Missy's style, makeup, just how innovative it is spoken about enough. And I just feel like Missy just has such a range that I think would look so good on Flo Milli, because either she has like the signature type of lip on her, or she plays with color on her eye, or she goes like full artistic for video shoots and things like that. And I think this would be a pretty decent range for Flo Milli, in my personal opinion. For hair, I want Left Eye to be on Flo Milli's mood board, because as I said, I think she should definitely be geared more towards that rap pop girly type of lane. So I would want to see funner things done with her hair. Of course, I would love to see an updated version of this on Flo Milli, but I just want more creativity with her hair, and just for her to be able to fully lean into a different lane that I think she's deserving of being in. I think we get these Black artists, and just because their lyrics may be a little bit more risque, we always pigeonhole them into like one type of category, one type of aesthetic. And again, I have to say, I feel like it's certain people in the industry that y'all and it people try to push towards this lane who just don't have the range, and then the people who do have the range to push, y'all don't push. Which is just, like I said, I listen to her music and I'm just like, the image is not matching with the voice, and she has that distinctive voice. So it's like, I just feel like she should just be in a totally different lane. And again, for people who may not fully understand what I'm saying, I like really think Nicki Minaj super bass type of time period where Nicki lyrics were still risque and still had that hood sense about it, but she was able to go full pop star, pop girl in the process. And I would just love to see Flo Milli just be marketed into that type of lane and to be able to have that type of range. That concludes this episode on how I would style Flo Milli if she were my client. I will see you guys next time.